Today is a cool day. Today is a wild day. Today is a surprising day. Today is a day we get to watch another trailer for Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto 6, they announced it 100 years ago, and they're finally getting another trailer for it. We'll see. They keep delaying the release, the drop. We'll see when this game actually comes out. But until then, we have new footage to look at, new trailer. They always, Rockstar always does an amazing job with their trailers. They always have a lot of mood, a lot of vibes. Also, really cool thing is they always use their in-game engine. So basically, when you're watching a trailer or a cut scene from the game, you're getting a glimpse into how the game itself will look when it's finished, which is really exciting because they always have tons of details in their trailers. So I'm excited to dive in. So with that being said, let's check it out. Let's see if any of this inspires us or overwhelms us with how much detail they put into this. We'll take a look.
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
Oh, that's why you came by?
Everything's so
Just go get me
handheld.
my check.
Feels so
See you,
real.
Brian. Love you, Jason.
Love the bright lighting. The reflections on the mirror. Yeah. The liquid in the beer bottles.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos.
I like how
Supposed to be getting
chill
out.
this is.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I seen you here before.
You might have.
The pacing is really nice.
Hey,
Hey.
Heads above your head, now!
you, stay. The new beginnings.
All this like golden light, it's gorgeous.
Trust me, this place is just the start for us.
Ring the bell! Shots, baby!
The only thing
Man,
that matters
all this
is
like
who you
glass
know
reflection
what
and
you
everything.
got.
Great shot design.
Gonna do this? We're doing it right.
Yo, D, this full effect? And they got your name, address.
This
they got
feels like a
everything.
movie.
Us cops, we gotta protect each other.
Like, brat, brat, brat.
You and me, Lou.
Oh, good cut.
Got this.
We got it.
All right. Here's some of that action.
My city, baby! My city, baby!
Come to Fields Ammunition today. We got more guns than the law allows.
Oh my gosh, we're literally gonna have to talk about beer bottles in just a little bit here. Oh, this is gorgeous.
Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me up, please?
Oh, that golden light. Yeah. Stop. That's amazing. This is a whole vibe. This is a whole vibe, this entire thing. I'm going to start this towards the beginning again because there's a lot that I want to talk about. This establishing shot, just once again, the hyper attention to detail. There is so much to absorb in this entire thing. This is crazy. You can see everything in the distance. You have blimps, you have airplanes, you have birds, you have all this water. The coolest thing about a game like this is that you can explore it. For the most part, if you can see it, you can get there and you can explore it. So they're really teasing it, how thriving this world is. You have people sitting on the dock in the foreground. And these are all people you can walk up and interact with. I would assume most of these houses are accessible to some degree. This is really cool. The shot design is really nice. This really subtle, like from a cinematic standpoint, right? We have this nice, the camera's softly pulling back to reveal more. And now we have a slight soft push in, almost like on its a little dolly track, pushing in, revealing the scene. Got a little lizard down here in the bottom left. Beautiful reflections with the lighting. I mean, the wildest thing about this whole trailer is that it just feels almost like a step away from watching a trailer for a full CGI movie. Like this almost passes at that quality.
What you doing up there?
We're getting now into like the handheld, because it's like from a storytelling perspective, like this is like boots on the ground. This is now real people having a real interaction, and switching over from that like established gimbal lock off or from the aerial, like a nice lock off for the aerial, to like then the dolly track, and then now getting into the handheld is awesome.
Some leaks.
Seriously?
Just fixing some leaks. All right, I see you, Rockstar. They obviously, as everybody knows, had some leaks. Was it last year? Is that when it happened? But there was some gameplay footage that got leaked. So that's clever. They put that right in the trailer.
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
Oh, that's why you came by?
Just go get me my check.
Yeah, this is awesome. Once again, like this is interesting, because this is all gameplay footage. You know, I mean, this is a cinematic, but this will all be the playable world, and it's always really exciting to see like these reflections in the back, like how they stay true to everything, even in the distance. They're not cheating it. It's not just like a sometimes you can see it just gets very like pasty, but you actually have like actual legit reflections going on here. It's very easy to identify everybody.
See you, Brian.
So much texture on everything.
Love you,
All
Jason.
the sweat on his back that's glistening. This is so cool. The reflection in the glass as he's walking up to it. And it's all the little details too, right? Like you have the little the sticker here on the left-hand side, which is like for security or whatever on the window. The doorbell has actually been snipped, so nobody can actually ring and bother him. All the distance stuff is really cool. Obviously, we're focused here. From a cinematic shot, this is amazing because it's all framed, right? So your eye is following our driver, but it's leaving this whole window, literally, both physically and aesthetically here for you to attract your eye to what's going on. So you have a woman holding a dog, calling after him. Yeah, look at all this going on. I got workers on the side. All the framing is so nice. Your eye is just nicely following the center here. Everything is pointing to the center. The buildings, everything that's happening, like your eye is naturally being drawn to where it needs to go. Okay, so when I said we need to talk about beer bottles, this is what I'm talking about. There is like actual liquid inside of these. Like, are you kidding me? This is such a minor detail that wouldn't matter. Usually it's just glass. Usually it's a video game. Like usually it's just glass, or it's like painted on. So it's never like moving. It's just like part of the texture, but they actually have like liquid simulations happening in this. I am so curious. They swear up and down that this is the engine. This is all real time. So I will be shocked if this is actually what happens. If in mid-game you grab a beer bottle and as your character moves it sloshes around, I wouldn't put it past Rockstar to make that actually a thing, but that is what is a wild level of detail that nobody asked for, which I think is amazing. Got a cat over here doing its own thing. It's like this is cool. There's literally so much happening, and then reveals to it like a homeless man here. There's so much going on. All this lighting reflection, like this is like 100% a world that's being lived in.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos.
I love this. So this is like a really good establishing shot, right? We have the camera moving from left to right, and at the same time we have some elements moving right to left. So it gives your eye like a lot to be interested in. You don't lose interest in the shot, even though it's a slow shot. You have the birds that are leading one way, you have the plane that's leading the other way, and they're all, with the way they're framing in like an X from this airplane to these birds, draws your attention right to this guard. This guard might be lost in this shot if it wasn't for this movement kind of pushing your eye towards
Hey,
it.
Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I think you heard before.
You might have.
Yeah, all this golden light, like golden hour. You know, it's like primo time to be filming.
Hey.
And I love it. They're just doing that for the game. All of that's like you got this golden light just kicking through, nice and diffused right through the blinds right there. That's awesome. Very cinematic. And even here, they're like rimming everything in the back with this red light to make everybody pop, which is really cool.
You, stay. The new beginnings.
Yeah, same thing. This is so silly. It's such a silly thing to talk about, but it's so cool. You can see as they're clinking their glasses, the beer bottles, this is actually moving. The liquid is actually moving, like with bubbles and everything. I don't know why, like, I'll come back to this when this game is out and see if it holds up to what they're promising here, but that's such a wild flex. Yeah, the boat moving, like, these shots are so beautiful. This is so cinematic. Once again, you look at something like this and it almost looks like a still ripped right from a movie. Like you would almost not know that this is a video game right out of the gate. I love this. I'm a sucker for silhouette. We all know this. This is a beautiful example of a silhouette. We have this nice light coming from inside of this aircraft building here. And it's just silhouetting these guys so nicely. So you can really tell what's going on, even though it's a really brief shot.
Trust me, this place is just the start for
That was a cool, oh man, this is cool stuff. You can see as the car passes, you actually see her the reflective stripes on her shirt are actually lighting up as the car goes by. And as the light comes off of her, they actually go back down to this muted white like everybody else's is. So it's only glowing when the car is hitting it like it would in real life. Will this translate to the final game? I don't know, but it's a really sick detail to put in this trailer.
This is just the start for us.
Yeah, all these reflectives, like just they're doing like subtle flexes as they're filming this. They're putting all these glasses up front they're shooting through, which kind of like distort the whole image. They did not need to have these 3 glasses up front, but they said, we are going to do it. We're going to showcase that we actually have this really cool refraction, distortion going on, and they're just doing that to flex on us. Once again, our main character is really nicely backlit, also centered, so your eye is automatically drawn to the people we need to be following.
Who you know and what you got.
Gonna do this? We're doing it right.
This really feels like a teaser to a movie or like an HBO show. I love this.
Name, address, they got everything.
So much texture on everything.
Us cops, we gotta protect each other.
Yeah, man, look at this. There's like, this is so cool. There's so much going on, so much depth. I like how they're choosing to do some things with very shallow depths of field like this, where they really want to focus on like a character moment. And then a lot of the other stuff that's just more action oriented is pretty normal depths of field, nothing too extreme. But like whenever we go to like this, they're like, they really want to focus here on a person. And they're like, okay, we're shooting this at like 2.8 or something. So I think that's really clever. It's really clever. It feels like choices you would make when you're making a movie.
You and me, Lou. We got this.
We got it.
Gorgeous explosion. That's an amazing explosion. Yeah, that's cool. That's straight out of School of Michael Bay. This is cool. Grenade launcher shooting off from the left. You can just read the action, exactly what's happening. Got the armored truck still pushing through. This is really cool. It must be like a getaway style scene, but all this like nice orange light is kicking and actually like affecting the lens. You can see we have some like lens blur here, some edging on the sides from the, yeah, this is so cool. The flaring from the lens. This is gorgeous. I'm curious, like this is really cool because this is like, you know, they're obviously like whipping a safe, kind of Fast and Furious style, but the physics of this are really fun. And obviously the Grand Theft games have always had really good physics involvement. So I'm excited to see if this is indication of the game itself. Like, can you hook things through a car and drive them around and drag them behind and actually stir up sparks like this? That'd be really fun. That's really good physics simulations. Yeah, I like this shot a lot because the camera is really moving and they're showing a lot of the city. You know, people posing for a photo. Got all this line of like really nice cars. All these cars have really, really high reflections on them that look gorgeous. This is really cool. But your eye is moving along because of this dolly.
Come to Fields Ammunition
And then the hard cut to this guy in different music. This is cool though. Right here, take a look. We're going to talk about the bottles again, but you can see there's bubbles moving. There's no way. Also, I love seeing the birds move in the background too. Like it's all these like, it's just things that make this all feel alive. No image is completely static. Because even here, it's like your eye is going to be watching the TV, obviously, but they decided to add some other elements on the side, which is some birds to really sell it.
Hey.
That's cool. Coming right into frame here. A little bit of camera shake. You can see the camera shaking as the helicopter comes right past it, as though the blades are actually pushing down on the camera and affecting the camera operator, whoever's shooting this. Really, your best bet whenever you're making something cinematic virtually is to try to mimic how it would be portrayed in real life. And this is a prime example of it. It's like as the helicopter go by, you would be having that force hit you as a camera operator, and it would probably make your camera shake a little bit. Such a cool shot coming right overhead. These colors are so beautiful. So obviously like the teal and the orange is like an action movie like mantra at this point from a visual standpoint. So many movies, especially action films, tend to love to live in that like blue and orange, that teal and orange kind of look. And this is not shying away from that. He is very orange, and we have this nice teal, soft blue all around him, and it just makes him pop. And when this airplane comes flying in, has that orangish yellow as well, it just stands out beautifully. So you are instantly, you see the separation of everything going on in the scene. And it's just, this is just really pleasant to look at. Very high contrast.
Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me up?
Yeah, all the little sparks going on in the background here. This is so cool. The lighting is really nice here. I love the little God rays we have kicking in from the left here, which implies like that there's some fog in here. There's some like volumetric fog, which makes sense. They're in a shop. And so as they're soldering and like doing grinding and all this kind of stuff, and like the machines are going to be emitting some smoke and some just adding some atmosphere to the shop is so cool. And so then as the light kicks in, it's actually going to leave streaks. So these are just like the level of details, like as they're building out the scenes, they're thinking about, okay, what does a real shop look like? And I'm sure everybody was going around taking reference photos and images, because this is all based around real life. So that's the best place to go. But this is amazing. You know, this right away sells, like you walk in there, you want to cough, the air just feels thick and heavy. Or in my case, it's like a music video shoot where you're just like pumping haze in all day so you can get these streaks on camera. Yeah, this lighting is amazing. This is, you know, Cinema 101 is shoot everything backlit and use it at golden hour. And the cool thing about a video game or anything virtual is it can be golden hour for 100 hours straight, which is amazing. So you just set that sun as nice and low and orange as you want, and you can just get as many shots as you want. Like 90% of these shots are with this like low golden hour, which I think is, it's brilliant because yeah, look at here, these nice warm shafts kicking in from the right-hand side. Like almost any of these shots you cut to are really leaning into this golden hour time frame, which I think is awesome. Like it's a whole vibe. Like right here, the sun's getting low. This is towards the end of the day, and it just makes everything pop that much better. But man, what a cool trailer. It is very cool. There's so many hyper details in here, and you really are following these two characters. You want to know more, like emotionally, about their relationship, how they're connecting. Like what is their backstory? They're obviously reconnecting after prison, and things are going to go down. But I like that this trailer kind of leans into the I want to say positive, but like this trailer definitely has like a much more like fun, like, hey, we're back in love. Like we're just going to go like to have some fun around the city. And it has that kind of energy to it rather than just like high stakes crime. Like you do get some of the police interactions here, but like, I don't know, it has a really,
We got it.
it has like a much more like fun vibe to it than like a super hyper serious vibe, which I really like. This is very reminiscent of like a Fast and Furious movie to me. Just their kind of interactions together.
We got more guns than the law allows.
We're gonna have a lot of guns, you know, it's GTA at the end of the day. So, you know, there's gonna be mayhem, shooting, and violence. But this music is so fun, it's so peppy. It's just almost every other frame has somebody dancing in it, you know, whether like individually at home or here there's a whole boat party going on at the same time. So I think the energy is there. It's exactly what we look for in a game like this, where it's just meant to be like mayhem with guns, with fun, beautiful lighting, exploration, and just like wild memories with your friends, like literally going out and running missions and just, you know, having a blast. So this trailer was sick. There's a lot to unpack here. Visually stunning. The highlight for me is, of course, the beer bottles. I don't know. Like I think it's so cool that they're adding in all these details, and I will be so interested to see what things make the what things make the final cut here. But yeah, this was sick. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what you liked about it, what stood out to you, and if you think we'll get to play this game before the next decade. So yeah, let me know what else I should check out. Until then, I'll see you around. Peace.